Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let's begin our session by reciting Ulumul Kitab Al-Fatihah. Ya, Alright, for this session, we're going to cover the frameworks, right? Like the previous session, previous three session, we have covered PHP, right? PHP, fundamental of PHP programming, right? Alright, for this session, this course, we're going to cover Laravel framework. And this session, I'm going to guide you how to install Laravel framework. Okay, Laravel is like web development framework. That if you know how to create the system, comprehensive system. If you know like Joomla, right? Joomla, there are many of framework, right? But for Laravel, it become well known day by day, and most of people are using Laravel, right? That's why we introduced Laravel for you to be used. And industry, many of the website, many of the system, even IIUM system, some of the system has been developed from ITD by using Laravel. Okay. All right. So what you need to install Laravel, you have installed PHP and Zen, right? I hope Imran and Shamina, you have installed Zen, right? And you
Yes,
have,
sir, I will.
right? Okay. So you have Apache server, all those things, right? All right. So mean you have done with that. Okay, so next what you need is you need a composer. This is composer. What is composer? Composer is a tool for dependency management in PHP. Right? Something like to control, to manage the PHP, right? And it's allow developer to declare and manage the library for the Laravel project, right? As I has mentioned to you, right? In the item, I have posted the reference, right? So this reference, if you go to this reference, right, it will bring you to Laravel documentation, right? Laravel documentation, right? If you go inside, they are start to guide you to install Laravel. Right? However, you can read in detail, but for this session, I'm going to summarize for you step by step, okay, until it can run. All right. So first step we have done. Right? You have installed PHP. Make sure your PHP is 7.3 and above. Right. So once you have installed Zen, it will come with this extension. Okay. Okay. Next, you need Composer, right? So when you click this Composer, right? Next, you need to install Composer. Click this Composer. Will bring to the Composer page, right? If you're using Mac, right, you can download here. You can copy this code, okay, and then put into your terminal. Right? I will terminate this terminal. I open the terminal. Right? Copy this code into the terminal. Right? For me, I've done. Right? I've done. Okay. It will download and then install the latest. Okay. For me, I've done. Right? I have the composer. How to check whether you have the composer? Right? You can type composer, right? I need to restart the, okay. Okay, let's composer. There's something wrong with me. Laravel. Okay, I have Laravel. PHP. Alright, it's okay. If you're using window, right? If you're using window, you can click into getting start, and go down here, right? You're using here. Normally you are using window, right? And you can come to composer dash setup.exe, right? Mean you just download and install step by step, right? So what you have done, your computer will have a composer. Okay. Okay, how to install the composer? I've got you. Next, you need to download, right? If you go to this installation, right? We need to install the Laravel, right? Okay, by using composer. Mean you have a composer. Composer will manage your PHP. Composer will install your Laravel. Okay, by downloading this code. Right? If you have window, open the command prompt. Okay, then type this code. Okay, type this code. Okay, you type this code similar to this code. Okay, make sure there are no error, right? No error in the installation, right? In installation. Okay. How to check whether you have done the installation? You can type Laravel. Okay. If you see something like this, right? Mean your Laravel is running, right? Your Laravel is running. Okay, your Laravel is running. Okay. So again, you need composer, install composer, and you need to ask the composer to install Laravel for you by using this code. Okay. And then next, we need to create the project inside that Laravel. Right? How to create the project? Similar to the OOP, object-oriented programming, you use keyword new. You said Laravel new, any new project. So you can say Laravel new. I have web app. I have web app 2 for this morning. I can say web app 3, right? So you can click, right? So if you download the package of the framework, right? Install in your laptop, right? It will install, you see? It will install, you download from the internet and it install, right? In a few seconds. So, so next, what you need to do, you can go inside this project. Right? For me, I have web app 3, right? Web app 3. So just type cd web app 3. Okay, now I'm inside the web apps, right? So once you have installed, right? You have installed. Now next, how to start the server, right? How to start the framework? You need to use PHP artisan. That's serve, right? So you can use PHP artisan as serve, right? Do I you can copy, right, from the code. Artisan, that's serve. Okay, now you start the server. Okay, now you start the server. How to check whether your server has started, right? You can go to your browser and you type localhost colon the port with 8000, right? So when you see this screen, mean your Laravel framework is running. Right? So you're inside the framework now, inside something like inside your system. Okay, inside your system. Okay, how to check the folder? Normally you can, for me, I use app 3, this one. So this is the folder. So once you have installed, you can see I have web app 1, web app 2, web app 3. So when I install the framework, I can see a few folder here, which we're going to cover throughout the semester with this folder, how to do some customization. But you can learn in detail by watching the video from Lara Case. You have Lara Case here. You see Lara Case, right? You can see Lara Case from the scratch, right? There are 68 video, short video within not even 1 minute to show you the function of Laravel in detail, right? Which we may not able to discuss throughout the session, right? All right. Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question?
Sir, you made the folder that is already uh, in any specific place, or we just create that in um,
What you mean? The folder?
the folder you named web app 3. So that will be create automatically,
It will
or
create
we have to.
automatically. When you create Laravel new web app 3, it will create automatically for you. Right?
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay. So let me close this. So the server, I believe my server will not working. You see, I have closed the terminal and my server is not working. So when you are do some customization, make sure your server is run. You see, my server is not running. So how to run again? Right, you need to type cd web app 3. Okay, and then PHP artisan serve. Right, so mean you need to hide. Right, if you close this server is now the server is up. Okay. All right. So next we're going to cover some part of this folder, right? Some part of this folder in this slide. Okay. So this is the folder. You can see this is the folder. For the apps, what's app? It's like actual app that contains model, controller, middleware, command, and your PHP domain. It's here inside app. Next, Bootstrap. You can see the Bootstrap here. Is Bootstrap contains of Laravel framework booting file, right? So Laravel use this file every time it run. So to run, just now we use artisan, right? Okay. Next, config. Okay, this is configuration file. Next, database. Right, most of the database we using SQLite will be here. Right. Next, public. Right, public like the index file, the image, the CSS, JavaScript will be here in public. So later on, if you want to do some customization, right, you need to come to the public. If you want to change your index into a new file, rather than that file, you need to come to this folder. Right? Resources, content project view, including raw and uncompiled asset. Right? Next is route. It contains route definition, including HTTP route and console route, right? Or artisan command. Okay. Next, storage. You can see we have the storage here. It contains black template. We will discuss later on. What's the blacks, right? File base session, file cache, file generated by Laravel framework. Okay. Next, test. It contains automate tests, including PHP unit, right? Next, vendor, it contains composer dependency and allowed to deploy, process, and any remote server. So remote server in the future if you want to do, it contains here, right? Okay, so this is the reference, right? Okay, in order For you to customize this folder, I recommend you to download Visual Studio, right? Okay, and open the folder into this, right? This folder. For example, apps. I open the apps folder. What's inside the app? We have kernel.php. So we come to kernel and you can customize, you can change everything, right? That's why the Laravel been popular to use, because it allow you to modify everything inside the framework, right? It different from others framework. Some others framework you cannot do the hard code. This one we call the hard code, right? They will not allow you to do your own modification. All right. Any question? Any question? Let's just stop this recording.